Dr. Phil is fully red pilled over the riots. I haven't seen this clip yet. I can't wait to see Dr. Phil's take, but it's been awesome watching Dr. Phil's transformation. Cause you know how he came from Oprah to now he's red pilled over certain things. Like he was all over the open borders back when it wasn't good for us to talk about. He talks about the idiocracy of men and women's sports. So slowly but surely, Dr. Phil is coming coming towards our side, and it's wonderful to see. I think he's I think he's great at what he does. So we're gonna play the clip and we're gonna talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. Go ahead and join my Patreon. It's only $3 a month, and I'm putting out a lot of stuff lately. A lot of good information. So check that out. Also follow me on X and Instagram as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this clip comes from the Liberty Daily on Rumble. So let's get right to this clip. Here we go.
Your eyes don't deceive you, but the media does. CNN's Dana Bash, well, she compares this madness to what happened in L.A. in 1992.
What did happen in 1992 was so different from what we're seeing now. I mean, that was a real riot.
Guess this.
It was a real riot, she said. No, burning people cars, running into businesses and stealing things and breaking and tearing up buildings and destroying cars and throwing things at police and spitting on police and Molotov cocktails. That is not a real riot, she says. Wow. These people are lying. It's not delusion. There's no way you can look at all the footage and look at all the pictures and say that this is not a riot. It's not delusion. You're lying.
This isn't a real riot. MSNBC interviewing California Representative Judy Chu, a Democrat, who calls this a, quote, manufactured crisis.
Wow.
What does that even mean? This crisis isn't manufactured. MSNBC's news coverage is manufactured. That's what's manufactured.
You have outliers that throw things and cause damage. And so, yes, the LAPD came in and they called it an unlawful assembly.
She apparently had no idea that on her split screen were burning cars set ablaze by outliers. So while she's talking, they're showing, well, it just didn't seem to go with her rhetoric.
Yeah, remember the CNN thing, the mostly peaceful. They remember what they were saying that a few years ago. They're mostly peaceful, and they were burning the building down to the ground, and right behind that journalist, so-called journalist, that said that
at the time. MSNBC again.
It's actually relatively mellow, even though it might not seem that way. It's like a sort of, you know, another thing that happens at protests like this is that they sort of settle into almost like a celebratory atmosphere.
Celebratory atmosphere.
These people are crazy.
The third one is the charm from MSNBC.
Most of the crowds, again, that I saw, that I spoke to, that I was interacting with, these are peaceful people that want to get their message across. They brought signs. They're out with families in some places.
Great place to take kids.
Right?
I don't think so.
Who would take their child to that?
The headlines, same story. CNN. Trump seizes on Los Angeles protest in contentious use of military amid migrant crackdown. Trump escalates his battle with California. LA Times. Trump wants LA to set itself on fire.
This is all propaganda. This is all mainstream media propaganda to try to sell people on this. And it's not working. Overwhelming majority of the American people agree with what Trump is doing. And that's why they have to do stories like this. This is why they have to propagandize to try to win the American people. But the thing is, it's not working.
Rebel smarter. Well, a little too late to rebel smarter. LA is already on fire. And for what reason? Because ICE made 45 arrests, including a 55-year-old illegal resident from the Philippines. Who was this charmer? He was convicted of burglary, sexual penetration with a foreign object, and assault with intent to commit rape. And a Mexican national with a rap sheet that includes shooting up a house and vehicle with people inside, battery on a spouse or cohabitant, willful cruelty to a child, driving under the influence, and assault with a semi-automatic firearm. An illegal.
Don't look at that. Those are the people that Democrats are supporting and they want to keep in this country. I told you they're lawless. They're lawless and they protect criminals.
Illegal alien from Vietnam with a criminal history that includes a conviction for second-degree murder. The list goes on. Look, this was
That's
not
weird.
a
My
witch
audio
hunt
went
to
off.
round
Let me
up
make sure it's
Abuela
not my
Maria.
headphones. Let me rewind
Assault
that.
with a semi-automatic firearm. An illegal alien from Vietnam with a criminal
Sorry about this. My headphones got disconnected. There we go.
second-degree murder. The list goes on. Look, this was not a witch hunt to round up Abuela Maria. It's law enforcement getting criminals off the street.
Facts.
So what does the left do? Encourages everyone to become criminals by blocking freeways, setting fires, throwing rocks, destroying city property, and attacking federal agents. Might as well hold up a sign that says, "I'm a violent criminal. Please arrest me." And do you think this unrest is limited to Los Angeles?
Yeah, facts. I'm really love watching the progression of Dr. Phil, and he's absolutely right when it comes to this. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.